Now we can do another LSAT logic game from Prep Test 64 that was administered in October 2011. We're going to Section 2, questions 7 through 12, because a government needs to assign some ambassadorships to Venezuela, to Yemen, and to Zambia. And they have 5 candidates: Jaramillo, Kane, Landon, Nowitzki, and Ong. This is their solution to cultural bias, so we'll call them by their letters: J, K, L, N, and O. Ambassadors must follow these constraints. Either K or N, but not both, is to assign to one of the ambassadorships. So K or N, but not both. If J is assigned to one of the ambassadorships, then so is K. So J needs K, and then we have a deduction that says if J needs K and K doesn't get along with N, then J doesn't get along with N either. That turns out to be very helpful. If O is assigned ambassador to Venezuela, then K is not. And then if L is assigned to an ambassadorship, it must be to Zambia, so L needs Z, but Z doesn't necessarily need L. Now we're going to let the nerds teach us about the game by going through the first question and checking conditions against answers. Our first condition says we have K or N, but not both. Answer A has N but no K, B has K but no N, C has N but no K, D has N, J, K. That won't work. And answer E has K but no N. Then, if J is assigned to one of the ambassadorships, then so is K. And answer A has J, O, and N, so that won't work. J shows up in B along with K, so that will work. If O is assigned to ambassador Venezuela, then K is not assigned to Yemen, and we look down and we find answer E, O is Venezuela, and K is in Yemen, so E won't work. We have one more condition. If L is assigned, it must be to Zambia. If we look at answer C and L is assigned to Venezuela, that won't work. So the nerds are nice people. They tell us that answer B will work. We could have K, J, L. L is with Zambia, J needs K, and then N and O are left out. Question 8. The pair of candidates who are not assigned to ambassadorships could be. It looks very vague, but the nerds are nice people. Answer A, J, and N. We'll look at our original sketch. What if we just put K and O and L, and then we could leave J and N out, and we can play with that original sketch. Answer A works. We pick that answer. We don't tell nobody about the other 4 wrong answers because nobody cares. 9. If O is assigned ambassador to Venezuela, so if O is here, then we know that K is not, but we're not quite sure about the rest, and so we stop. Because the question says, which of the following could be true? J and L. If we put J and L, J needs K, that won't work. Answer B, J and N. J and N, J needs K, that won't work. Answers A and B are equivalent answers. Equivalent answers can't both be right, they both must be wrong. Answer C, K and L. We already know K can't be there, so that won't work. Answer D, K and N never get together, and so answer E, L and N, L and N. Now notice this was a could-be question, but it was actually the most natural thing to do. O, no K, put an N in there instead, leave L where he is. It didn't have to be true, but the most natural thing was the one that the nerds actually gave you on the test. 10. If K is assigned to Yemen, well now think about it. If K is with Yemen, then O can't be there. And O can't be there, N can't ever be there, L has to be here, so the only person is left is J, and it turns out that we can put O or L here, and since that's a could be, we wait for the question to tell us where to look. Which of the following must be true? Answer A, J is assigned to Venezuela. That's it. We don't check the other 4 wrong answers. We stick with what must be true, and that's how we speed ourselves up in the game. 10. Which of the following cannot be true? Well, answer A, J is assigned to Zambia. Let's try. Let's put J there. We need a K, so let's put K here and O there so we don't run into that rule. That's a possibility. Look at answer B. K is assigned to Zambia. Do you start to see a pattern? We could put K here and then just switch the O and the J, so we'll still have that situation with J and K. They aren't equivalent answers, but they're related answers. Answer C, N is assigned to Zambia. Look what happens. N is assigned to Zambia. We've already knocked out L. L knocked out K, and N doesn't get along with J either. So we've got 2 countries, 1 ambassador. This won't work. So it cannot be true that C is the case. And they taught us something with A and B. The nerds are nice people. Now 12. Which one of the following, if substituted for the constraint that Jeremiah is assigned to one of the ambassadorships, then so is K. So this little rule here would have the same effect in determining the assignments of the ambassadors. This is the new rule that they've been using on some of the games where they say, we could have made the same game up and told you a different rule, but it would have been the same game. It would have had the same possibilities and the same constraints. Look at answer A. If K is assigned to an ambassadorship, then so is J. Well, that's backwards to begin with, so that's not the same game. Answer B is attractive. If L and O are both assigned, then so is N. But look at our second sketch. We had L, O, and K. So that's why we leave our old sketches there, because we can check our answers. Since that was possible under the old game, this wouldn't be the same game. Answer C. If O is not assigned to an ambassadorship, then K is assigned to an ambassadorship. It looks like it's playing off this Venezuela-Yemen rule, but that's not the whole game. Answer D. J and N are not both assigned to the ambassadorships. Look what we've learned. J doesn't get along with N, so therefore J must be with K, and K doesn't get along with N to begin with, so it's the same game under a different name. Answer D is our answer. N and O are not both assigned to an ambassadorship, and that's just a way different game than we've had before. So answer D is the same game with a different rule as stated, but the same rule in effect. Testing for the public. Nonprofit since 1985. Nobody makes things easier.